You know, if I had gotten on YouTube last year, the year before that, under Obama's presidency, and said a threat towards him, instantaneously I probably would have been investigated by the FBI to see if that threat was legitimate. Just like countless other people across the country who did make threats against Obama who were investigated, some of them were thrown in jail. This is serious. If you threaten the president, that's a serious offense. However, if you're a liberal lunatic like Kathy Griffin, you can mock behead the president, President Trump, and totally get away with it. I mean, this is beyond joking and funny. This is insanity. They need mental help. It's not a laughing matter anymore. I know a lot of people like to laugh at the liberals and their craziness. It's not funny. There is something seriously wrong here. These people need help. They need Jesus. Kathy Griffin wants Donald Trump's head, but she wants it bloody and detached from his body. The same sort of acts are being done by ISIS, and you wonder what's coming against the Christians right now. This really places things into perspective here. Instead of having a normal presidency, or instead of having a normal time period where, disagreements are normal, we're not always going to agree on everything, and that is totally fine. We need to tone that whole rhetoric down, because this is what it leads to. If you disagree with someone, you think that you have the authority and the obligation to want to behead them. I mean, that is moral corruption. That is wrong. And at what point did that stop being wrong? You see, people aren't recognizing what's taking place here. We have an individual who disagrees with the president. So now, instead of just, disagreeing and going about her life, she is literally taking action to mock behead the president. Similar things are being done by ISIS, by terrorist organizations. That right there is the perspective that is coming against Christians in America. This right here is the biggest portrayal as to why America is falling. The people of this country had better wake up. This is a perfect portrayal as to what's taking place in America. Record few Americans believe that the Bible is the literal word of God. Record few. The moral corruption, the moral compass is so far off in this country than what it used to be. And this depiction by Kathy Griffin proves it. The comedian, this is the article on TMZ, posed for the gory shot during a photo session with famed photog Tyler Shields, who's known for edgy, shocking pics. We got the pic before the release. During the photo shoot, Kathy joked that she and Tyler would need to move to Mexico once the pics got released for fear they'd be thrown in prison. Trump's critics have skewered him for inciting violence with his speech. Did Kathy do the same? I mean, are you serious? Trump has not incited violence. However, mock beheading the sitting president of the United States of America, that is a whole different ballgame. Are you kidding me, Kathy? That is not fun. I mean, at what point is that a joke? Threatening to take someone's life is not a joke. And we hear all this about these microaggressions and so on and so forth. But that thinking, that ideology has led to this, where you can't disagree anymore with anyone. You can't it's healthy to disagree with people. If you wholeheartedly align your viewpoints with someone else, that becomes a cult. It doesn't become an actual, relationship. It becomes almost like a cult. And that's what we see with the environmentalist movement. That's what we see with the liberals right now. That's, of course, what we see, this anti-fascist movement or whatever the hell it is. I mean, it's a cult. Let's call it what it is. This is according to Joe Biggs over at BAM, Borderland Alternative Media. So much for the no-hate part. In a video exclusive to TMZ, we see failed comedian Kathy Griffin holding a bloodied head of President Trump as she harnesses her inner ISIS desires. She stares it up and down as if she has real hate for him. She said she wants his head, but bloodied and detached from his body. This is the type of sickening acts we see by the left time and time again. If it were Obama, things would be much different. But because he's a white Christian, able-bodied man, liberal lunatics can fake assassinate him on a daily basis. This is more proof that the left is pushing Islam on the population as a whole. The funny thing about this whole photo shoot is that in the TMZ article, there is a poll that asks if Kathy's artistic expression is okay or gone too far. 41,000 people voted, and gone too far was the winner. So that's the good news, that people are awake to this insanity. But there are still people who, of course, are going to agree, and that number is going to keep increasing and increasing and increasing until, of course, we see exactly what this ideology unfolds to. And that is totalitarianism. That is the nihilist, atheist, communistic atheism nature that we are up against. But it's wrapped under this liberal left, what's it called? Tolerance. I mean, they claim tolerance here, folks. This is tolerance, apparently. Is this the love that we're supposedly supposed to see on a daily basis from the liberals, the liberals, the people who are supposed to be tolerant of others? Is this love? Is this the new love? According to cultural standards. I mean, this is craziness. That's all I've got for you. God bless and carry on. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Make sure you download our free mobile apps available on Apple and Android. We are viewer funded. Support The Christian Truther by going to christiantruther.com/info for more information.